Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the catch. It's Miller. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. He leaves it with his back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the boot, looking for his man. Complete to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Going for it all. Touchdown, USC! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rodney had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush pull.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3-and-out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Thanks for grab. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Wide open downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him frustrated a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit.
Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. No, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Love. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Carr. The sure hands, it's Fields. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw in the double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Under fire. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Caught near the sticks. It's Fields. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's got the tight end. Breaks into the open. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. These quarters going to give them some space. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Strocken. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Oh, he makes the catch. There he goes. Touchdown by the Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they
some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. With the catch, it's Lemon. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Making side adjustments here. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Irish! And that one will put them up here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it down the left side. Hits the afterburners. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Carr. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on!
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 32.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it along the sidelines, foot inbounds, and it's a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it. And
got it in stride inside the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Carr. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Trojans headed quickly to the line. The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Connection to the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mayava. With the catch, it's Lane. The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Lemon. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Trojans are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Miller with the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Sanders. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. Just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run.